Hi Forest fans, Max Newton here, giving you a preview of Nottingham Forest at home to Leicester City. For Talk Forest TV, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, let us know what you think. Am I talking nonsense? Am I bang on? Again, another big game. They come thick and fast in the Premier League. And we're coming to the game full of confidence after securing a fantastic quarter-final win against Wolves and into the semi-finals of the League Cup for the first time in 30 odd years. A great night, a brilliant performance from Dean Henderson. I thought Wolves were on top for quite a lot of the second half, probably the second half of the first half and quite a lot of the second half, and really should have scored with one of two chances that they had in the first half. Henderson made good saves, one of them a brilliant save, but if I was a Wolves fan, I'd be looking at that going, yeah, that's just like our season. We create chances, we have shots on target, and we don't score. When I got home and watched the highlights, we looked a lot better on the highlights. We had equal number of chances, we had a lot of possession, we hit the post, we caused trouble. It's good to see our corners causing trouble. It looks like we've tried a different tactic at corners now of crowding the goalkeeper and getting a lot of bodies in the 6-yard box, and it seems to be paying off. Goal against Chelsea, goal against Wolves from it as well. So yeah, I'm all for that. It's about time we got aggressive and we started being able to do something like that from corners. So that was really good to see. And then obviously Dino was man of the match already for his saves and the way he played, and then he absolutely owned that penalty shootout, a la Bryce Samba, and it was absolutely glorious and hilarious whining and complaining from the Yam Yams afterwards. So yeah, all good and great for Morgan Gibbs White, and to stick it up the jumper, stick it in the pipe, and Willy Body getting that goal obviously was awesome too. So yeah, really enjoyed the night. I think we can step up the atmosphere a bit. I think the Chelsea game and parts of the Wolves game, parts of both games, a little bit flat, a little bit quiet. I'd put the Chelsea down to be New Year's Day. Maybe Wolves game was down to a lot of non-season ticket holders, a lot of non-regulars, people in different seats, maybe stuff like that. But there's bits of the game where we need to step it up as fans, and we need to really get behind the team and help them when it's not going all our way, and we're not scoring, and we're not getting shots in, and when the opposition do have the ball, that's when we really need to come into our own. Nonetheless, still a great atmosphere overall at the Wolves game, and saw lots of compliments from Wolves fans in between the whining on social media, which is nice. Obviously, we've got Leicester coming up, which is the non-derby derby. It really is just Forest and Derby. Leicester fans, I'm really sorry. So you can create your memes, you can create I don't know, a song and dance if you want. We don't care. We want to beat you, but you're there to be patronised as and when we see fit, rather like Notts County. So enjoy your day out. Try and stay on the pitch this time. Try and stay away from some of our players. Try and stay off the crack and the whiskey, and you'll probably get home safe. And try and avoid chucking things through windows of nice family pubs in town. You know what I mean? Get a life, Leicester fans. Leicester obviously thrashed us at their place, but we're a very different Forest since then. I think that was probably the last time that we played the two in midfield, and we were getting overrun and right through midfield, and that's exactly what happened that night. That really crystallised that wasn't the formation that would work in the Premier League, or at least not with the players we have at the moment. And yeah, but of course, but we've changed. So we now have a different formation. We've got a settled team, especially a settled midfield three of Mangala, Florida, and Yates, which obviously will stay the same. And Morgan Gibbs White getting better and better, and Aurier and Loddy at fullbacks getting better and better as well. Really hope that Willy Body plays. I think he might, by the fact that he did come on and try and run it off before going off again. So I think he might, and I think that it's taken a bit of time, but we have landed on that central defensive pairing of Joe Worrell and Willy Body, and it seems to be working really well. So fingers crossed for that. Otherwise, I think Scott McKenna will come in. And then I think up front will be Morgan Gibbs White, Brennan Johnson, and probably Taiwo. but if Tyro's not fit, then Gustavo Scarpa will come in. And yeah, obviously Leicester, on the other hand, had a bit of a rise in form and pulled away from the relegation spots, but now they've been pulled back into it again, and they've had a number of bad results. And their main man, James Maddison, is out injured. There's all that clamour for him to go to the World Cup. He should have gone to the World Cup. He was injured, wasn't he? He was injured at the World Cup, so that was a load of nonsense. And he hadn't played since we broke up for the World Cup. So it just goes to show that popular opinion is not always the right opinion, and that was the case there. I think about Maddison. I think it's probably the case amongst Forest fans about Sam Surridge being the best finisher at the club. Missed a stack of chances against Blackpool, missed his penalty against Wolves, which thankfully didn't matter. But popular opinion 0, max opinion 2. So stay here, stay locked on Talk Forest TV for your previews and your reviews, because it is quality. And I am going to predict 1-1 draw, because when I predicted 1-1 draws or defeats, we win the game. So 1-1 draw tomorrow, goals by Brennan Johnson and I know somebody for Leicester. All right, come on, you Reds.